deeply honored to be with you all today. Didn't know this was going to happen, but this is a topic that I'm very, very passionate about, and it's very personal for me today because I was a mentor for many years to Malcolm Shabazz. The grandson of Malcolm X. And what I was thinking about as I was watching this is intergenerational trauma and how it gets passed on from generation to generation to generation to generation. And when I heard that Malcolm was killed, for those of you who don't know, he was in Mexico City and he was killed Thursday, 28 years old. And I said a silent prayer of thanks to God because he can rest now. Those of you who may not know, he's just had the most horrific life. Yeah. Never knew his father. Every last one of Malcolm and Betty's children suffered. Every last one of them suffered like you would not believe. It's gut-wrenching. And so I just know that he can rest now. That's what gives me great joy, because there was no quality of life in and out of prison. The pain was just so, you know, some of the kids watched their father or grandfather being murdered right in front of them. And when we don't get help, you live a life where you just can't be. And it was almost like really appropriate to be able to mention that, because what I know is that all of us have inherited the unresolved pain, wounds, trauma, and scars of our parents. Every last one of us in this room. No one's exempt. And so it gets passed on, you know. It's not a good thing or a bad thing, but your parents' pain and trauma gets passed on to you. And then when you become parents, you pass that on to your children. It cannot be helped. The problem is when nobody is getting help. And that's what's such a big secret in our community. You know, I often said that, you know, for therapy, black folks is a badge of shame. But for many of my white friends and colleagues, it's a badge of honor. You know what I mean? So many of my friends and colleagues, I know, they will tell you that they cannot go to said staff meeting. Why? Because they're going to see their therapist, right? You know what I'm talking about, right? Can you and will tell you, many times will tell you unasked, what antidepressants they're on. Meanwhile, if we go, we're telling our staff, our family, our fellow employees, going to get my allergy shot. We just lied. Because it's such a stigma in our community that we see it as we're a faith-based people. We believe in, you know, praying to God, and Jesus will Jesus will take care of everything. I believe my God led me to the right psychiatrist when I had my breakdown. That's what I know. That is what I know. My faith in God and having a good therapist it's a lifeline. I still go, you know, twice a month. It is my lifeline, because it's not just the childhood stuff that we never really recover from, but it's the things that happen to us on a day-to-day basis that we just never process. And it doesn't, and it will not come up until you give yourself that time, once a week, once a month, whatever it is, it doesn't come up. But it finds its way into your life because you can't really be. You find yourself running around in the same circles time and time and time again. Why? because you haven't addressed your issues, to understand why we do the things that we do. So